Hello there, everyone. Ashnflash here. Welcome back to another Ashncast episode 20. We're back. We're here. I'm joined, as always, by Just Too Good.
Yep, I'm here. We're ready. I
We're
haven't even
ready.
discussed TS4
No.
or Far From Home with Ashton. None of this stuff we've discussed, so
No.
this is it.
It's
Fresh
been a
raw
while,
opinions.
yeah.
It's gonna be real.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited. Even
Yeah,
though I
I've
barely
been
remember Toy Story 4, but
Oh no! Oh no!
it's okay. My essay is here to
Foreshadowing.
help me. So,
Foreshadowing.
anyways, what came first? I guess the Ariel casting came first this week for The
Yeah.
Little Mermaid. And
Yeah.
I was in the boat, get it? Because it's
Yeah, I
Little
get
Mermaid
it.
and everything. I was in the boat that actually thought that it was Halle Berry. Like, I was just looking at it on my phone,
What?
and I was just
She's
swiping
too
by.
old.
I don't know. Yeah, but that's what I thought. I'm like, what the heck is happening? And then I'm like, wait. And I look closer, and I was like, oh, okay. And I'm glad that I wasn't the only one that thought
Yeah,
that.
isn't it
So.
Haley Bailey or something?
Haley Bailey, yeah. So
Yeah.
just
Like
a
that?
few little letters switched around and major age difference, but
Yeah, I think I saw the
Um,
picture first. I was like, yeah, that's not Halle Berry.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know who she is. I was asking people about it, and they're like, she's got a sister, and they're both
You don't
famous.
even know who she
I'm
is.
like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. I don't know.
They were talking Zendaya or something. I don't know. If that
Yeah,
was a
Zendaya was
stupid
in the
intro.
talks. I remember them saying that, but it's probably just because she's MJ and she's got red hair and
Yeah.
it's the same person. But
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if she can sing. I don't know anything about this person. But
Yeah. Fresh
someone
meat.
said today, or it was they were talking about Trident or not Trident. What's his name? The father. Is it?
Isn't it?
Is
Am I wrong?
Trident? I thought it is.
All right, I gotta add this. to
King
the
Trident, I
rewatch
think
list.
it is.
Yeah, that is it, right?
Yeah, I think. Anyways, they were like, Terry Crews would be perfect for that. I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, please. He's just
So, yeah.
perfect. Please do that. And
That
he's like,
sounds
he
funny.
supposedly he knows that he would be perfect for the role. So I'm like, this needs to happen. I would love that so
I
much.
saw a lot of Jason Momoa's thrown around. I'm like, oh, Ash will like that, Aquaman.
I don't know about
Great
that.
movie, right?
I feel like he needs to be a bit older, but
Yeah. No, for
yeah.
sure.
I don't know. I don't have anything to say about this. I'm interested to see what route it will take in terms of live action, because we'll talk about
Yeah.
Mulan in a second, because they are, like, Disney's doing two different kind of things with these movies.
Well, I mean, this one, okay. I don't think they're doing anything different if you consider changing the race or anything different. But
No, I mean,
yeah.
I meant, like, with Mulan, I guess we'll just talk about it now.
Oh, Mulan, that's a good one, yeah.
There's no music in that. So
That's what I heard.
For
yeah.
sure, The Little Mermaid, I think they can't not do music, especially
Yeah.
because of like Ursula takes her voice. Oh, and Melissa McCarthy was supposedly the name was being thrown around
Oh
or
my
something
gosh,
for
I heard
Ursula.
that, yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, so I don't think they'll do that. But I'm interested if they'll cut any characters as well, because it doesn't look like Mushu's in Mulan.
Oh, I heard. Did you hear it's gonna be like a phoenix or something?
Yeah, I read that today, that they
Yeah, I
didn't.
don't know.
Yeah, I'm not on board for that movie. It looks so boring.
I was gonna say
and-
there was like a cool shot or two, which is cool, and I'm glad they're taking differences because translating these and just washing them to make them PC or whatever. I guess that's what they're doing with some of these stories. I don't know. I mean, to me, it's boring. Aladdin was fine, but Lion King looks terrible. But they're doing different things here. I did like the music of Mulan a lot, so I'm
Yeah,
kinda
but
iffy
there's
about that,
there's no love interest either.
yeah, they're
So it's
changing
like-
a lot here, which
It's just
at the end of the
name.
day, I'm glad they're changing stuff because it's not the same movie. But for that, just make a new movie. I don't get. Why.
I mean, I think the villain's the same because his hawk was there.
Oh, okay.
There was a
wasn't
scene
it
in the
supposed to be a witch
trailer.
or something? Wasn't it supposed to be a witch?
Oh
as the
my
villain?
goodness, I have not
I
been
heard
paying
that a
attention
while
to this,
back.
but clearly
Yeah.
this is just taking. They're not even. They've just taken the name and I guess the just base ground material of
Maybe.
like. I don't know.
Well, it's an old legend. Is it?
Supposedly, yeah, it's an actual like Chinese
Yeah.
story.
you
Supposedly, though, the architecture in this movie is not accurate to the actual time period. I see a lot of complaints being made about that. I know
Wow.
nothing about that, but I feel like that's a major oversight. That if you're making this huge,
I know, 'cause
big
aren't they
budget
supposed
thing,
to be
that you shouldn't be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To me, at the end of the day, I don't really care about it. Again, there were some cool shots, but other than that, I don't have much interest in this one. I don't have much interest in The Little Mermaid, to be honest. I don't have much interest in a lot of these movies.
I love The Little Mermaid.
Well, yeah, like that's
I'm
a classic. I gotta rewatch
interested.
it. I gotta rewatch it. But
I'm
like,
a fan of some bits of Mulan, but I feel like this is just like this is gonna be the Dumbo of live action movies, right? It's just gonna it's not gonna make any money.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of buzz about this. I didn't hear much buzz about Dumbo. I mean, I think this will make money, and I'll tell you why. There's two things. It's a big movie with an Asian cast, which is a big thing for a lot of people.
Right.
I understand. And also, it's a thing that came out in 98. I think the first one came out in 1998.
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest group of people who go to the movies, what is it, 18 to 20 something, they are going to be, this is perfect nostalgia bait.
It's true. Dumbo's not really nostalgic to that
exactly.
age range. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I'm not hyped for it. I have no interest in this.
Personally, same here.
And no Mushu, so like off board. But anything else? Is there any other news that happened?
We've missed so much. Let me think. No, not really.
Yeah, I don't know.
How about this? Didn't they say they're going to reveal the slate at Comic-Con for Marvel?
Yeah, so Marvel's going to be at Hall H. Marvel's going to be there, and then so there's going to have like a game part of it. There's going to have, I think, comic stuff, and then there's going to be some studio stuff. So they'll probably release at least some of the slate, or at least for sure. I think maybe they'll talk about Black Widow. Maybe even show some Black Widow. I can see them saying or showing.
I was thinking Comic-Con would be Black Widow, and then D23 would be the slate.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense. Because I think Black Widow is coming in spring, right? Isn't the next Marvel movie in spring or something?
When is the next?
Because I think Black Widow is literally the next Marvel movie.
Oh, it is, because it's the only one being filmed right now.
Yeah.
It's in July.
Oh,
so it's literally a whole year away.
Oh, wow. I thought it was earlier. Jeez, that's a long time between now and then.
Yeah, I've been looking at some of the set photos and stuff. It's pretty interesting.
Maybe they'll announce that they're moving it up or something. I don't
know. I don't know. I mean, it normally takes about that long to, like, it's like a year, right? So, I don't know. Maybe they have something else in the works, but I don't think Marvel really has anything else. Even Sony, when does Morbius come out? Morbius started shooting prior.
Venom 2.
Morbius release. July 31st, so the same month.
Wait, that's coming out really next year?
Oh, hang on, Justin. The New Mutants is releasing on April 3rd.
Oh, yep, there you go. There's our Marvel MCU movie right there. Can't wait for the reshoots to have, like, Iron Man pop up and be like, hey, guys, what's up? I'm back from the dead, just how it goes.
Yeah.
But,
Spoilers. Whoa.
I thought the spoiler ban was lifted. I know.
All right. Well, speaking of spoiler ban that's lifted, if you haven't seen Toy Story 4, I mean, I don't know. Do we have to give a warning?
Spoiler warning. Yeah, I'd say give it. I know some people still haven't seen it.
All right. Well, if you want to listen to our thoughts about the other Toy Stories, it'll be linked at the end. The audio might have gotten cut off while we were talking about Toy Story Time Forgotten. So literally at the end.
What?
The video got cut short, so none of the questions made it in.
No.
So it'll be linked at the end. And if you want to go ahead and hit the time code, you can jump to then. So, yeah.
That was good. With Toy Story Terror, let's review that first.
It got cut off, like, towards the end. Like, no one's missing anything.
Oh,
like,
okay.
No one's really missing anything. We were just wrapping up anyways.
All right. Toy Story Terror, 6 out of 10. 5 out of 10. All right, that's our review.
You
Toy Story 4
have praised this.
Okay.
So much.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. This is the conversation I've been waiting for a few weeks. The discussion, the fight of Toy Story 4. No, okay. First off, I like Toy Story 4 a lot. I don't know if I love it. Give it an 8 out of 10. I give Toy Story 3 an 8 out of 10.
So it's gone down.
It did go down, yeah. I made a second tweet about it because I saw it twice. Mm-hmm. I'm down to see it a third time. And I will probably see it a third time. I'm trying to get more people to see it. But I do like it better than Toy Story 3. I know that's where we disagree. And and I think it should be called Woody, a Toy Story, because it is, it's.
I have so much to say about that, but okay.
Yeah, no, I know, I kind of think I know what you're gonna say, and
I have a note at the end about that.
Okay, all right. So I don't even know where to start. I mean, where do we start? I
gave this a 5 out of 10. I'm right in the middle.
Oh my god! Went like, I thought because the first initial one you were like, oh yeah, it was good.
No,
it wasn't as good as
it
Toy
looked
Story.
great. It's the best looking Pixar film, probably the best looking animated film ever to date. I'd say. I don't think anything. Well, maybe the Lego Movie. I don't know.
They're both, but
they're both on the same sort of tier.
Independent animated movies.
Yeah, there's no way that with the budgets that they can look the same.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that one. Yeah, this one looks the most realistic. We should say.
Yeah.
But to me, the animation was great, but at some points uncanny. Like when you had like Bonnie's face, like it was just a little uncanny how cartoony that looked.
Yeah.
So
with like the skin textures and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that was like I think in the kindergarten scene.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Okay,
what else?
so
The comedy. Listen, I cried. It still got me. I have a lot to say about this. A lot of hatred to say about this.
Oh.
So yeah,
furious.
I'm really excited. Everyone's asked me, like, people have messaged me on Instagram. They're like, "What'd you think of Toy Story? I just saw it," and I'm like, "Yeah, some of it was really good, and some of it was horrible." And
not even just bad, just
I'm
horrible.
Really excited to talk about this. But
okay.
Anyway, spoilers. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Oh yeah, spoilers for sure.
Give your own opinion.
We're already in spoilers, right?
But yeah, starting now. All right.
Okay. Toy Story 4. Yeah.
First off, this whole movie, I'm reading it word for word. This is emotions that hang on, let me give a bit of backstory before I wrote this. I was broken when I left the theater.
He was literally broken. I was like, hey, Toy Story 4, man, how was it?
We were going to record that night, and I said, I literally can't, because I couldn't express what I felt. I don't know, like, it was just a punch to the gut. Like, I didn't know... And I wanted to sit down and write it all out so that I wouldn't forget things. And the more that I thought and pondered about it that weekend, the more stuff that I was like, oh, they did this. And I have a whole thing. But anyways.
Right, first off, wait. Like,
okay.
Before, I mean, if you guys haven't caught up with the Ashncast, I was always the one who was like, Toy Story 4, ugh. Mm-hmm. And Ashton was the one who was like, Toy Story 4, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Until like the end, I had a little Toy Story marathon. I heard the reviews. I'm like, okay. Before we saw it, like the last week, I turned around. But yeah, so it's funny to hear the roles have switched. But yeah, let's hear.
Yeah, I don't know if it's fair to give it a 5 out of 10, but we'll see. Yeah. This whole movie I wish never existed, and the explanation.
That is so funny. That was literally whatever, and then you're like, oh man, Toy Story 4. Okay, sorry.
And the explanation of Bo could have just been a cool little short. In my opinion, like a Toy Story of Terror, and I would have been so fine with that. I would love that.
Can I counter points when you read them, or do you want to read them and then I?
After? Sure. I'll just give this one last thing. This is the Captain Marvel of Toy Story movies.
You take that back.
But
right.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Counterpoint to.
So first that
should have been a short.
Come on. The intro was amazing.
Oh yeah, no, I love the intro. That's what I mean.
That was a good setup.
That's what I mean. I love the intro. I was like goosebumps. You know, I was. Oh, that hit me. Everything seeing what's it called, RC and stuff. Ooh, just thinking about it.
Yeah.
And the minute that he put his hands on the box, like that's okay. Jumping a bit ahead, but this movie is so predictable. To the point, it's so frustrating. Anyways, so the minute that he did that, I knew what was gonna happen at the end. They were gonna go their separate ways. Great, good job. I knew from 5 minutes into the movie. Anyways, so what I meant by this is the Captain Marvel of Toy Story movies is that there's things that happen in this movie that just makes no sense to what's been done before. So, like, with Captain Marvel, it's like...
Yeah. I remember it.
If you want to go listen to that. I don't want to talk about that. My biggest complaint is Buzz Lightyear, who I love and adore, maybe more than Woody sometimes. But the whole thing is Buzz is unsure of himself. Meanwhile, he hasn't been in the last 2 movies. Exhibit A. See the reference to Toy Story 2. Woody risked his life to save... This is a quote from him. Woody risked his life to save me. I couldn't call myself his friend if I wasn't willing to do the same. Now, who's with me? Does that sound like a guy who needs to push a stupid little button on his chest to figure out, what do I do? Do I go help Woody? Do I do this? Do we go get Al? Mr. Potato Head, do you come? Let me check my... Oh, no, it's only you, Slinky. No! He knows what he's doing. He's a leader. That doesn't make any sense.
All right, I gotta... You know what? I have a counter to that, JK.
I'd love to
My
hear
least favorite part of the movie was what they did to Buzz.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, that's half of Toy Story to me, so that's the 50%.
Yeah, well, that's why I said this should be called Woody, a Toy Story.
I had another...
But that's like... But, again, it wasn't absolutely terrible what they did to him, but they...
I think it was.
It's like they were like... It was just like, to me, it was just like, okay, what do we do with Buzz? All right. He never thought about his inner conscious in this regard that Woody did, but then it makes Buzz kind of an idiot. But,
that's my problem, was that they made him an idiot.
But they did the same thing in Toy Story 3, where he's like, "Oh, was that me? Like, ooh, it smells in here."
Yeah, but that's I think that's different. That's...
And he's like naive when he's like, "Oh, Woody, you're gonna stay with us," and then Woody leaves, and then, and then even at Toy Story 3, wasn't he one of the doubters who said Woody? Well, he didn't say Woody was lying, but he kind of went with the people who were like,
no,
yeah,
he just wanted to be with the rest of the group. I don't think it was... He never... But that's my problem, is that he's Buzz Lightyear. He doesn't hesitate. This whole entire movie, he's hesitating about every little single decision. Like, I even have here, where we meet the other Buzz, like the new Buzz from Al's thing. Slinky says... in the air vents, he's like, "Oh no, which way do we go?" And then Buzz scans, and he says, "This way." And Mr. Potato Head says, "What makes you so sure?" And what does he say? "I'm Buzz Lightyear. I'm always sure." Not, "I'm Buzz Lightyear. Hold on, let me push a button on my chest to figure out what to do."
Oh yeah, Toy Story 2 is the best, and yeah, no, I didn't like what they did with Buzz here. I do agree.
But even with Toy Story 3, he still knows what he's doing in terms of, like, while he's, like, being manipulated by Lotso, he still knows what he's doing. Like, he's like,
well, he was so naive in Toy Story 3 when he got manipulated by Lotso's gang.
He believed Woody in the first one, though. That doesn't...
Yeah, yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, his whole arc, in this one, he was very naive with his, hearing the inner voice, and I felt that a lot with Toy Story 3. That was one of my problems with Toy Story 3.
Was that he was naive?
Yeah, like when he approaches Lotso's crew and he's like, "Oh yeah, you guys are like what I can't quote it word from word. I haven't seen it a billion times like Toy Story 1 and 2. But when he's finding them and they're doing that game in the middle.
Yeah. Then they throw him on the table.
He was like, "Oh, you got..." Before that, he was with them. He was like, "Oh yeah, you guys are okay." And then he gets thrown on the table. Then Lotso shows him the way, and doesn't Lotso reset him?
Well, no, he knew that they were evil, right? They're like, "What are you guys doing?" And then Lotso comes in. He's like, "What are you doing to this poor toy?"
Yeah, exactly.
And then he plays the good cop. And then he's like, "Lotso, these guys have done this, whatever."
Exactly.
So, and then Lotso betrays
yeah.
him. Was that because Lotso pretended not to know what was going on?
Yeah, but by that point, it was so obvious.
It's the same as any other villain.
That trick was so obvious to me. It was like, obviously that's a trick.
I think
I felt he was naive there. I don't know. And maybe initially, I understand initially they weren't.
But either way, that's naivety versus stupidity. Like, he was literally... Like, he didn't know what to walk. At least there he's taking initiative to go, "Well, I'll go talk to Lotso and we'll get this sorted out." He's taking initiative because now Woody's not there. He's the leader of the group.
Yeah.
See?
Again, I didn't like what they did here, so I'm with you with that. I'm just like... It was a problem I had a little bit with Toy Story 3.
Another thing is, I don't really know if this is a problem, but Buzz had so many new dialogue buttons on that. Like, also some of them were like, not fourth wall breaking, but like...
They were very specific to the situation.
Especially the one where he was... when Bonnie's mom's holding him and he's like punching it really fast and he's like, "Your mission's..." Or no. When did he say this? It was the one where he's like, "Your mission's complete."
That was when he was leaving... Well, when Woody left.
Yes,
and he didn't know what to do
go back in. Yeah.
And I think that's the last time we have that inner voice crap.
No, because then you have him... Then he goes back, isn't or
No, because he
Bonnie's-
yells. He's like, Bonnie, check your.
No, because he goes back. He goes back. Yeah.
Oh, he does go back. I know, but does he
That's
do
after. Yeah, and then he's pushing it nonstop, and she's like, how do you turn
I
off the
thought that was
toy?
was it? No,
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
'cause
that wasn't.
then they go
that
back
wasn't his
after.
inner voice. That was it. His inner voice for that.
Yeah, he
Maybe
was
it
trying to figure out. They're like,
Okay,
we
maybe
have
it
to
was,
leave.
yeah.
What are we gonna do, Buzz? And he's like punching it, but yeah.
Oh,
I like that
thought-
bit. That was funny though. When she stuck him in the shelf, and he's like, "You left your bag in the thing." I thought that was really good. That was
there
funny.
you go. Ah ha ha! You come
No,
around. No, I'm kidding. I know.
the comedy in this. Okay, hang on. How do I say this? Okay, I hated Bunny and Ducky. They were the
Yeah.
most annoying characters in the whole franchise, I'd say. None of their jokes landed for me except for the plush rush, which was ruined in the trailers. And then
Yeah.
it just felt like this really, like, they pushed it so far that it wasn't funny anymore. And even like looking back, I don't even laugh at it anymore. Like,
Yeah.
when I saw the
Okay.
trailer a couple times, it still made me like smile and laugh. But in the theater, it's just they pushed it like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, that's another complaint I actually agree with you with. I thought they were annoying. Some things hit, but yeah, for the most part.
I don't think anything hit. I like Duke Kaboom. He was really great. Like, I
The
don't think he
Canadian
was
stuff,
as
what do you
great
think about the Canadian
as
stuff?
everyone was saying,
Well, people just love Keanu.
but I thought he was really like I don't know. I just thought
Did you
he
like
was
the
really
Canadian
great.
puns and everything?
Yeah, I liked all the Canadian puns and everything. That was really good. You
Okay.
can Canada or whatever it was. It was really good. I like
That
it.
was Yes, I Canada or something.
And it's like swearing like, oh, Canada. Oh, the other swearing was Woody. Oh, shoots and ladders. That's I loved it. That was really good. I thought the whole beginning part was really good. Even Forky's introduction.
Oh yeah, I thought
Uh,
okay. Yeah, the intro, as much as okay, Toy Story 2's intro is amazing,
Mhm.
but I think the first, well no,
Yeah,
the
but
first act
see,
of this movie was one of the strongest. I like the first act. I loved when Bonnie was in the school. That was great.
Yeah.
How she made how she coped with like this anxiety of a new place and everything. Like how they illustrated that was all great. That first few minutes in the rain, that was amazing.
yeah,
Those were like the strongest parts, I think.
yeah.
But
And then
the rest of the movie was really strong for me, but we'll get to that later. Were you gonna say that?
What was I gonna say about that? It didn't have it wasn't a playtime, which I was
Thank
kind of sad with.
Lord,
They ruined the
freaking
streak.
Toy Story 3
They
did
ruined
the same thing as Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2 is a video game.
I know, but they were both playtimes, is my point. They were both fictional playtimes.
That's what I liked. All three of them were. That's the start of all three.
That is true, but I want something new. And I thought this did a lot of things new. But some of the things that they did new, again, with Buzz didn't work out. With Ducky and Bunny didn't work out. And I seen, how do you feel about the toys' role? The other toys'
Oh, they were non-existent.
What do you think? Is that a problem or not?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. This one I could refute. Okay, this is one I could refute. This one's I feel like that's why it wasn't their story. They didn't have much. I didn't want them to have anything to do because it would take time from what Woody's story was.
If I look back at what makes 3 so amazing, is that it shows this family dynamic between the whole group of toys. And
I felt that a lot with 2 too.
and 2, of course, as well.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe not so much 1 because they're kind of jerks to Woody and everything. But I think that through 2 and 3, you know, seeing them go on like across town to rescue each other,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just, I don't know, to go to here and it's I think I wonder if maybe they had a bigger role,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know.
Don Rickles.
But I don't think that though, because I don't know. I go back and forth with thinking if they had a bigger role or not, but
yeah, I think their role was fine.
because they recorded this 4 years ago or something like that, or 3 or 4
Yeah.
years ago. So
Yeah, he didn't
he
have
was
any
still
new
alive.
roles.
So if you know,
But
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. He didn't have new. They said all his lines were archived. so
Archive, yeah. Hey,
definitely
watch
had to
it.
do
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
He didn't really do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't really even say. That was the other thing, was just their goodbyes and everything was just so quick to this is.
That was okay. That's a point. Okay, that one. First, I want to discuss this, and then we'll say the goodbyes, because the goodbyes was
Okay.
a point I wanted to say. Yeah, the roles. I thought the roles were good, not great, because I would have liked, a little more from Potato Head and all that stuff. But it's a problem we can't really fix. But at the end of the day, it's Woody's story, so I don't really mind that.
Right.
Woody's story was very good in my opinion. We'll get to that later. But okay, the goodbye part. I love that part. I that part has left me thinking so much the past, since I've seen it.
I've kind of tried to block it out of my mind that this movie didn't actually happen. But I also Bonnie's toys had a bigger role, I think, than Andy's toys.
Yeah.
So I don't.
To me, that kind of makes sense in the grand scheme of things.
But not in terms of the group dynamic.
I feel like. Yeah, but I feel like that's how this would work, and that's where I kind of go into the goodbye part. The goodbye part was very quick, was very rushed, and I love that. I'll tell you why. That's how goodbyes in real life are. A lot of the time, not all the time, where you're in a situation and you don't even know how to say goodbye, and it all just kind of happens fast, and it's like they didn't say anything really. Like Potato Head didn't say anything. They just kind of looked.
They hugged.
Yeah. Exactly, and it's like that felt realer than a lot of other movies to me, and I don't know if it was intentional. Maybe they were just like, okay, we're gonna end this movie quick, but I really love that part because it just felt so real compared to other movies. Even though this is about toys,
yeah,
it felt like this is how a goodbye in this situation would say. Because I always have this point where I have to say goodbye to somebody or anything like that, not forever, but for like a short time or whatever, and I never know how to say it. I never know how to express it, and I really felt that with this movie. I'm like. That felt like a real goodbye.
There was a moment. I'm okay. There was a moment in that where I thought that I was gonna be okay. Like I knew that they were going away or whatever.
Yeah.
I can say this. Bo's face when he turned around for a split second, the sheer joy of like maybe thinking that he was gonna stay. Oh my goodness! Just whew.
There you go. That was it.
That's that. Ooh. Just thinking about that.
I don't know what part it was, but I was.
There was like the facial expression that they gave on her was just so genuine for a little like what is she made of?
Porcelain.
Porcelain. My goodness, it was just. Whew.
They did a great job there. That's what I'm saying. I really love that scene. I love that.
Forky got the biggest goodbye next to Bo.
That was okay. That was the only part of that whole scene that kind of annoyed me because it's like okay, this.
But it's his movie though.
But yeah, the only thing I would have said was Slinky a little bit more because Slinky and Woody. Slinky was the one who stuck his head out,
all
for
the time,
Woody, and he's always been there for Woody.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. I thought everything else was perfect though. But
yeah, they could have done, especially That's what I thought. Maybe because he did die, that they didn't. Maybe they had something individual. I mean, Jesse had a goodbye too, but
yeah, I think they should have done it at least with Slinky. That's it. Other than that, I have no problems with that.
Or at least like showing him petting him or something more than everyone else. You know what I mean? Cause
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like you said, they've been playing checkers with each other for however long. Yeah, I don't know.
But other than that, again, even with that in mind, it's when it's somebody you really care about, it's hard to say goodbye and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So it's again, I can't really put that as a flaw.
Yeah, but then the Forky thing, like he just met him.
Yeah,
I've known him for 3 days, 2 days.
That's the only part that genuinely annoys me about that. But yeah. But I mean, he did teach Woody a lot. But yeah, no,
and
for sure.
The music, the music is the dun, 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 dun. That's the first song that you hear in Toy Story.
Wait, which part in the goodbye?
I'm fine. In the when they're driving away when they're dancing around on the top of the carousel after Buzz has left, it plays the ba, ba, da, ba, da, da. And that's
so
the
much
introduction. That's the first music that you like in Toy Story when you're
see, that's what this movie has a lot of that where there's musical choices that aid the scene that are references to other ones, but it doesn't come across as like
the Buzz.
Look. Yeah. Exactly. Like Buzz's yes, yeah, they had that. I was like, did anybody else notice that they
stand up in the theater? I understood that reference.
Exactly. Yeah, and isn't the beginning Jesse's theme, I think? The first I think the first
during the
song
playtime,
was
you
Jesse's
think?
Theme. No, actually it was the one from literally when Toy Story 4 goes on.
Oh,
the logo,
I know the clip.
It's Jesse's theme, yeah.
Yeah.
But oh man, I was Yeah, I think was it for the Disney logo? Didn't they do the music for the Disney logo?
They did. They started with a
Jesse's theme.
theme. Yeah, they start. It was a yeah. I think it was Jesse's theme, or it was yeah.
Which I like. It would have been awesome.
I wasn't.
If they did a classic Toy Story Pixar opening. You know that one?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, side note, I saw Bug's Life for the first time in many years.
Yeah, I saw your review.
Yeah,
I was going through the Pixar movies because I wanted to see The Good Dinosaur. And I was like, I think I've stopped it twice now. I never finished still.
Oh, you actually started it? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's bad. But I'm on a quest to see every Pixar movie again. So
yeah, I was going in order. I got to Monsters, Inc. And then I was like, I didn't want to see. I was just like, no, I'm going to watch The Good Dinosaur so that I can talk about it in the video. And then I couldn't.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
yeah, it's terrible.
No.
It's pretty bad.
Anyways,
yeah, well, okay. This movie, okay, the facial expressions, you mentioned Bo's facial expression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that a lot with, like, Woody's facial expressions. They put a lot of effort into that. Where it just conveyed so much emotion for an animated toy. I love that.
Yeah.
But, all right, complain more about it. I want to hear it.
Complain more? All right.
Yeah, sure.
Bo and
Woody... it
Woody...
seemed like you liked the ending.
Bo and Woody... I don't like the ending. I don't like that they left. And I'll say why. Bo and Woody don't have... Bo and Woody didn't have a relationship. We talked about this going into the movie.
Yeah.
It was more of just... okay. PG stream. Or PG video. It's more of like a just a kissing thing under the mistletoe and everything. Like, it's not... it wasn't... They never really had that relationship, I felt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never felt it before.
So why would he even consider leaving Andy in the box?
Okay.
Leave at the beginning. While I love everything about that introduction.
I have something to say. Jesse and Woody didn't have a relationship, but then he considered leaving Andy for Tokyo, Japan.
Sure.
It was all a moment. It was a thought. It was an intrinsic thought. A moment of, what if I did this,
Okay, I guess, but then they snapped him out of it.
Yeah, which that's...
So I guess Andy did
I
as
think
well.
even if he did go in there, I think he wouldn't have gone. Eventually, because he would have realized.
And he says in Toy Story 2 at the end, he says to Buzz, I'll be with you until infinity and beyond.
Yeah.
Evidently, you are a liar, Woody. Your nose should have grown.
Well, he was a liar before.
It's true. And he never even asked what her... That's the other thing. He never even asked what the sheep was, and it's been how many years, and they have this relationship that he would consider leaving his toy for, but he doesn't even know the name of the sheep.
Yeah,
Come on.
That one was... That whole moment was stupid. That one part of the
intro
was
to
where
set
it's
up...
like, what are your sheep?
It was
you
to
don't
set
know
up
my sheep
the
yet.
joke later with...
Exactly.
With Duke Kaboom, where
well,
he's
I found it a
Billy
little bit
gruff. Those are my girls, whatever, right?
It might have had like a agenda behind it. I feel like it had some hidden agenda, but I think it was a stupid little thing. But yeah, that's not a big deal. It's just a moment. That's just a moment. But like, what was it though? This okay, I don't even know where I was going.
It's okay. I'm ready with my next one. You ready?
Okay. Wait, I was going to refute. What was your last point? I was going to refute something.
Bo and Woody don't have a relationship.
To infinity and beyond. To infinity and beyond. Okay, yeah. All that. Okay. Well, we saw the relationship in this movie.
Uh-huh.
Which they had a strong relationship in this movie. Can you not deny that?
They weren't with each other, so no.
Like in the middle, you don't think so?
No, because they left each other.
What do you mean they left each other?
They split ways.
What, him and Bo?
Oh, I'm talking about Buzz. What?
Oh, no, I was talking about Bo.
You said, and
no,
he says to Bo, will be with you until...
No, you said that Bo and Woody didn't have a strong relationship, but I was saying in this movie they did.
Yeah, for sure they do. I just don't think that there's grounds to believe that they actually have this relationship that they've hyped it up to be. They've
hyped it up. Well, I thought on grounds of the movie alone, what they showed in the movie...
Sure, in the movie, like, they fell in love and everything.
So that's why I was like, okay, so that's where... Because, before, in Toy Story 1 and 2, they had
and in Toy Story
something, but it wasn't any. It didn't have any emotion to it. In Toy Story 3, actually, Toy Story 3, he showed the most emotion when he was like, "Yeah, even Bo."
Yeah, we've lost friends along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know I crap on Toy Story 3 a lot, but I love Toy Story 3, and
But that's my point, is that this little short at the beginning, this is how listen, Toy Story 4 didn't happen. It's just they released the short film. I went to the theater to watch a short film.
Yeah.
I saw the short film, and it explains why he was so sad when he talks about Bo in the third one.
Nothing more.
No,
come on. All right, yeah.
It is so convenient that that week. Oh, hang on, my grammar here. That only that week did Bo and the gang decide to close up shop and join the carnival to tour the world. And after she had been waiting in the antique store for years. You don't think that carnival comes every year? Regardless, maybe a couple times. It doesn't matter. There has been so many different opportunities for her and Duke and whoever else, Giggle McDimples, to leave, that you're telling... It's just... You talked about convenience in the third one. Mm-hmm. That is just the most ridiculous thing. Don't even mention that they were thinking about leaving that week. Like, it just...
Well, wasn't she... I thought she was motivated by Woody.
No, she said, do you want to come with us? She's like, we're leaving this week. Like, when the carnival closes up in the town, we're going to move on to the next town.
Oh, I took that as she was motivated by Woody to make the decision to leave that week.
No, they were already going to leave. That's why, like, they were already gathering all the stuff and everything, I think.
Gathering what stuff?
I don't know, like the bottle cap and all that.
Yes? I don't know. I mean, yeah, it was very... If not, I took it more as Woody... Seeing Woody again motivated her to explore. But
so why wouldn't she just go with him? If you want to explore, go back with Bonnie and then just be outside in the backyard like you are with the antiques shop.
Well, she didn't want to go. Boom. She didn't want to go with Woody, and Woody didn't want to go with Bonnie. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Oh, that's my next point. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh wait, maybe that's later on.
Oh.
Why would Woody all of a sudden not be played with by Bonnie? She was like her favorite toy in the third one.
Whoa.
He was her favorite toy in the third one, and she also makes a promise to Andy to take care of him because specifically Woody, Andy said he'll be there for you no matter what. Evidently, Woody, you are not there for her. Mm-hmm. But please, rebuttal if you would like.
I got a whole bunch. All right, first off, Bonnie was in preschool in the last one. Okay, a little kid's mind changes, but I never took it as she was actually gonna like love Woody and Woody was her favorite toy. I never got that. Where'd you get that from? I mean, even in the shorts,
that's my cowboy. Whatever. No, like in the third one.
Yeah, in the third one with the part. I didn't think it was her favorite toy. Like, I think she liked her toys probably more. And that was the
whole story. Well, I guess it's just because he was new, maybe, but.
Yeah, like I took it as that. I didn't take it as, and then at the end.
But either way, he's a much better toy than, I don't know. Let's say the green aliens, like everyone else there. Why would, if she's pulling out all the toys except for her toddler toys, why would you leave Woody in behind? Just to for story elements. Good job. Good job.
Yeah. Okay. I totally understood it. I was like, okay, this is like a 5-year-old girl. She has no relation to Sheriff Woody, except some 18-year-old guy was like, oh, please take care of them. Yeah.
She's playing with a piggy bank.
Yeah, sure. Was it convenient that Woody was the only one of the main cast left in the closet? Yeah, that was a little convenient and annoying. But it wasn't a big deal to me because
there weren't any other toys, though.
All these other toys have roles, and then Woody's role was specifically replaced by Jessie's. Because she could relate more to Jessie, I guess, because she's like, oh, it's a girl.
But they're not always playing the same role, because remember, Trixie can be in a cafe and whatever.
Yeah, I get role. I'm saying, like literal toy role of, like, okay, this is... She has a version that she could relate to more, I would guess, because it's a girl that she would... that she would play with more. Also has accessorizable combable hair, which is...
Ready?
Yeah.
If that's true, and I 100% agree with you, then Dolly should be in the closet for the rest of her entire existence. Because if she is a doll and Woody is a Sheriff Woody doll, then Jessie's also a doll. which means
Whoa.
that Jessie is a much better doll than little Dolly, who's made by buttons and all this stuff.
Yeah, well,
so,
Dolly was probably a family toy. We don't know. Again, that was a toy she owned. That was a toy that she owned. So I don't know. We don't know the backstory of that, but yeah, I could see that. Like her, like
you want to talk about replacement? I mean, doll that talks and, like you said, can braid her hair, or doll who has googly eyes for eyes.
That's probably one that she is more like means something to her. It looks handmade. I don't know. Maybe her grandma gave it to her. I don't know. And yeah, also it's a female.
If there were other toys in the closet, maybe
Woody's
I wouldn't have a problem.
Doll,
you know,
reference.
Yeah. Maybe if there were other toys in the closet, like not toddler toys, you know what I mean?
The main
like
cast.
If there was just maybe some of her
Slinky.
toys. Yeah. Maybe I don't know.
I agree. And it's not a big deal to me because it's not like I understand. I have all these backings of it. It was just a little convenient that there wasn't like Andy's toys or any of Andy's or Bonnie's toys in there that were like prominent characters.
Well, I mean I think some of them are missing anyways,
short.
so I guess Woody stuck around.
What do you mean?
Well, the one from that one anime thing.
Oh yeah,
and
Totoro and Peas in a Pod.
And Peas in a Pod, yeah, they weren't there.
No, that's true. That's true.
They skipped the garbage bin or whatever.
Yeah. So that part didn't really annoy me, to be honest.
But speaking of toys, Andy's. You know how when he was talking to Forky and they were talking about Bonnie and he said Andy accidentally?
Yeah.
Isn't Woody's first kid Andy's dad?
All right, that's a fan theory. All right, as much as I love.
He said that or no, because they said that it's a family heirloom.
Oh, that's a family toy. Yeah, that's in Toy Story 2. Right? That was the only time. That's.
Family heirloom or something.
I didn't hear that. I thought it was. Oh, that's.
But either way, they talked about it. But they talked about it today, though, or today. I'm acting like I saw the movie today. They said that he's made in 1950s.
Yeah.
Right.
Which makes sense. I mean, that's
so then he would have had a first kid.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I get. Yeah, I always thought it was Andy's father, but like.
So.
I mean, none of the other movies have mentioned anybody beyond Andy, so I don't like. Woody's dedication to Andy is something that's prevalent in all the movies, so him not mentioning any other kids is kind of in line, honestly. With the other movies, at least.
I don't know. It just bugged me.
Right? I mean,
especially because they specifically said that he was from the 50s or whatever it was, but...
Yeah. I mean, they said that in Toy Story 2.
We talked about music.
Mm-hmm.
I think for this point alone, Toy Story 3 is better than Toy Story 4. We Belong Together is better than... I was a lonesome cowboy.
Yeah, that song sucked.
Oh my goodness.
Like, the Randy Newman song in this was pretty cool.
What was the Randy Newman song in this? The one on the road trip?
What was it? I know the tune, I don't know the lyrics. It's like, because they played at the end too. It was like, I ain't gonna give myself away. Was that it? Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't
Which, yeah, it wasn't a great song. And We Belong Together, yeah, I did like it better, but
boom.
Not really a big deal.
8.1 versus 8.0.
8.1 versus 8.0. No, I think they're both 8s. They both have ups and downs.
Bunny and Ducky are so together. That makes me sad that all the toys are inaccurate.
Yeah.
Some of them can like attach, but that kind of bugged me.
I thought that was an interesting thing. Unfortunately, they didn't do anything with it. They just were annoying. I liked Gabby Gabby. I liked Gabby Gabby a lot. How about that? We haven't talked Gabby Gabby.
I love Gabby Gabby. I liked
that
she wasn't a real villain.
Exactly. I thought that was.
Well, I mean, they kind of all have real motivations, but some selfish. But exactly. I mean, hers was selfish too. But
I thought how they resolved it was really good on that.
I thought it was
her
sweet.
depth, and I love the animation on her. Like,
yeah,
her eyes are weighted because, like, the animation, the details. I should say that the details on just little things of like storytelling and narrative was really good in this movie, which I loved. It was like a lot of the shots and everything were meaningful, and I like that. I don't see that too much in animated movies. I see that a lot in Toy Story 2. I don't see that much in Toy Story 3. That's a flaw for that one, Toy Story 3. But then Toy Story 3 has great parts, like the ending is great. But then I like the ending here, and then
I like the Mission Impossible bit when they're doing the breakout. I thought that's great. Yeah, and then Buzz does Buzz in Toy Story 3. Anyways, we've talked about that enough. But what else was I gonna say real quick? About Gabby Gabby. I love Benson. He
Really?
was so funny. Oh, I didn't talk about this. The people behind me. Listen, I know I come in here every single time I see a movie. I'm like, oh my goodness, the people behind me were just the most obnoxious. The people this time around were just, I listen. They put the CA in something that just became legal in Canada. If you understand what I'm saying, they I don't know, man. They were laughing at things that weren't even funny. They were. It wasn't like a nice laugh either. It was like a really like annoying.
Yeah, they were probably, honestly.
And they thought that they're like, oh my gosh, he's so scary. Oh, and it was just.
That's annoying.
It really took me out sometimes, especially with Benson when they were introducing Gabby Gabby and Benson. Mm-hmm. It was just
She said, "Shut up."
Oh my goodness.
But like, yeah, you should.
Anyways,
even if you don't like the movie, you should see it just one more time. I think you should see it one more time.
I was about to, and I was on board. I'm like, I can do this, and then the plans fell out, and yeah, so I didn't do it.
Well, you got to see it one more time, I think, before
I never watched it again.
I know, just.
I'll go to the theater by myself and just cry. But anyways, I wrote some interesting facts down. I'm sure you've probably heard about them, but there was a Easter egg from every single of the 22 movies in the antique shop, which I just love. Like that is awesome. There was like just a few notes. I know you saw the bottle cap. Did you hear about that? The bottle cap from Up. That's what Billy Goat and Gruff were giving Woody. There was the goggles from Finding Nemo was in the shop.
Oh shoot.
Mr. Fredrickson's cane was there. There's just so many things that they filled with it. Sorry?
What's Cars 2's reference?
There was a Radiator Springs map or something. There's a bunch of stuff. Excuse me, like Route 66 and a bunch of different things. I thought that was cool. You were worried about the cameos, remember, of the old people?
Yeah.
And they weren't really...
They were nothing.
They were just there. I like the names, the Cheryl Burnett and Betty White, whatever. There were jokes on their names or whatever, but they never said them.
They never said them. Yeah.
The Pizza Planet truck tattoo was...
I didn't even see that. What?
I saw it. It was...
Pizza Planet truck tattoo?
The guy who runs the asteroids shooter thing.
Oh, he had a Pizza
When
Planet.
he kicked open the door and went to pick up Buzz, he turned around. He has a tattoo of the Pizza Planet truck on his leg. So that's... I mean, that's... I don't know what's worse, that or Incredibles for getting it, but...
Oh, come on. How about that? What do you want? Like an actual Pizza Planet truck?
I want an actual Pizza Planet truck, yeah.
You require it from the Toy Story movies.
I do. Yeah, especially from the Toy Story movies. That's kind of sad.
Like that's what I liked about this one, where the music reference stuff, but like, and even the characters from the shorts were here, and there were references to shorts.
There were references to
the dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs.
Oh my gosh! But like,
Battle
it was
Source.
so diluted and so not obnoxious. Like a lot of Star Wars movies recently are like very obnoxious about references and stuff.
Yeah.
And these were very just there, and they weren't like big, and I love that. Yeah. Like even in Toy Story 3, where it's like, oh, they took the Pizza Planet truck home. Okay, like at the sequence, I'm like, okay, really, doing this again? Okay.
What?
With Flotso.
What do you mean?
When he went back to
Oh,
Daisy's house,
yeah. But that not everyone notices that though.
That one I noticed. That one I noticed right away. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have just been in the background of like, you know how they always had those aerial shots of like the carnival. Like it could have just been there or something. I don't know.
That would have been fine. I didn't even notice this one. So there you go.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, that's the end of my.
So
my list.
The main problems you had was Buzz.
Main problem I had was Buzz, Ducky, and Bonnie were annoying. I felt that the motivations prior to this for Woody and Bo were non-existent. Woody is a liar.
That part with when you reference Toy Story 2 for Infinity and Beyond.
Yep.
Well, first off, what did Buzz say in the ending of this one? He said something about Infinity and Beyond.
See you later, partner. No, they finish each other's sentences.
What did he say? Can you repeat that? Because if you remember,
I think he just said to infinity, and then it cut to one of the other ones saying and beyond. Meanwhile, it's not because you're going their separate ways.
Well, yeah,
and you're not together anymore.
It indicated a memory, in my opinion. Basically, what I got from that was that they will remember each other, maybe even see each other in the future. I mean, how convenient that he saw Bo Peep here and everything. They always seem to find everybody.
Meanwhile, how many miles away?
Yeah. That part did annoy me a little bit, but at the end of the day, I thought Woody's motivations were totally justified because people change. That's the thing. Even if he says something at the end of Toy Story 2, people change. That was like what, 20 years ago? Toy Story 2. Oh wow, this came out 20 years after Toy Story 2. Yep. 20 years ago, he said to Infinity and Beyond. I mean, it's not the exact timeline, but you get the point. He changes. People change. Toys change. You know, he always thought that he would be loyal to.
Well, it's not 25 years later after.
It's not 25.
That.
Yeah, it's like I get it. Yeah, but it's still a long time for Toy Story 2. When he said, "I'll be with you, Infinity and Beyond," whatever the heck it was.
Yeah, but that's my point. Is that they were together in the attic, or they were together in the chest. Oh, I think I skipped over that point. I know I wrote it down. They were in the chest together for all that time. Mm-hmm. Like their relationship would have only grown stronger, which I think is a fault of Toy Story 3 for leave. Well, no, because it's Andy's decision, but, yeah, I don't know. Woody left so many toys kids this movie. Like he abandoned the kid at the swings, and then what's her name? What's the kid's name from the shop?
I don't remember. Charity.
Was it Charity?
It's probably Charity. I don't know.
Something like that. Destiny or something. I don't remember what it is.
But I get what you're saying. He abandoned. But Andy was his kid. His purpose was fulfilled on that end.
Then it was Bonnie.
Yeah, we saw how that turned out. Like I thought that was a great arc. Naturally, what if Woody was the undesirable toy? He's always helping these undesirable toys. What if Woody was the undesirable toy? And I like that. I thought that was like interesting what they did there and what would happen, you know. But again, this was very centric towards Woody. It was Woody's story, so.
Yeah. This is definitely. I don't think we'll get another Toy Story. I think we'll get. No, I think we'll get a Star Wars. So it'll be like Buzz Lightyear, a Toy Story.
If they call this one Toy Story 4, they'll call Toy Story 5 Toy Story 5.
But they're in different locations now. I think that they got away with it being Buzz and Woody. They're on their last great adventure together, even though you weren't together. And then the next one will be separate.
I think they'll still call it Toy Story 5, but people are saying like this is flopping. It's doing really well.
I don't think it flopped.
Box office,
and it got great reviews somehow.
Yeah.
I don't think that it. I think that for everything that we just acknowledged and that you agreed with, I don't think that you said as many negative things about Toy Story 3.
Oh, comparatively, I think I said a lot more negative about Toy Story 3.
I don't know.
Again, I give them the same rating. I'd give them the same rating.
That's where
Toy Story 3 didn't have like Toy Story 2. Every frame in that, I mean, to quote the infamous YouTube channel, every frame is a painting. Okay, Toy Story 2, I can take every frame of there and just put it on my wall. I've said that many times. And I felt more like that in Toy Story 4 than I did Toy Story 3. Where Toy Story 3 seemed to do things to just get the plot along and not think about it. This took time to think. This took time to display art.
They just played. They did whatever they wanted to do to move the story along conveniently.
Well,
this is much more convenient than
we had the base convenient, the biggest
Justin,
conveniency.
They went miles away.
In the place and
boom.
Is leaving.
Yeah, that's it.
But beyond that,
beyond the whole core, that's what the whole core is about.
I don't think any of that contradicted character. In Toy Story 3, the big convenience is that they don't believe in Woody. Woody's lying for no reason.
But they do that every movie, so it doesn't matter.
No, they don't. They did that in the first one for good reason, and then they didn't do that again because that goes against most people's characters. In this movie, the only one who went against their character was Buzz Lightyear. But then again, I felt it was close to Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story 3, so it's kind of a problem I have with both. Toy Story 2 is the best. We'll always have Toy Story 2. We could agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Oh no, you're starting to think Toy Story 3 is better than Toy Story 2.
No, I love Toy Story 2. It's still the best. Hang on, I've got this here.
Now, my son, join me.
I have my Zurg. I've moved around setups, and he's come with me. So,
Awesome.
yeah, I'm
Zurg,
happy. I love Toy
want a
Story
Zurg
2.
toy. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't shoot though, which I didn't. I realized when I unboxed him, so I'm pretty sad about that. But I love Toy Story. I still do. I'm just I
I think you
refuse
should
to
give this one a
acknowledge
second
this.
watch because there was things I liked better on the second viewing and things I liked worse on the second viewing. So
We'll see.
it was interesting. Like the ending, I think of the second viewing, I was like, I get this because I was thinking about it so much. And I was like, I really like this. But yeah. So there you go. I mean, that was good. That was a good debate. And I can't believe we have a whole nother movie to discuss. But I don't have too much to say about.
I don't either. I just have like 2 points really.
Okay.
Well, maybe a
spoiler
couple more,
alert.
but Spider-Man: Far From Home, he's in Europe, and
Yeah, are you going to do a series on that?
I don't know. I kind of want to finish my ideas thing, but I do really want to do a series on it, but because I have a streak going. I did Infinity War, then Captain Marvel, then Endgame, and
No,
then
you don't have a streak then. Where's Ant-Man?
oh no, I don't have Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You
Then
could
it
just say you
starts
don't
at
do the July movies.
Yeah, I don't do it.
No Black Widow one.
I do want to do Spider-Man, but we'll see. What was I gonna say though? Yeah, he's in Europe, and
That's
whatever.
it. That's all we got.
I don't have.
No, okay.
That
You don't have much.
anything
What
else.
did you think? Did you like it? Did you not
No,
like it?
I liked it a lot. This is probably my 3rd favorite Spider-Man movie. Yeah.
What's on top?
What's on top is probably Homecoming #1, and I don't know. I have to rewatch Into the Spider-Verse. I'm going into this only seeing that once, but I think Homecoming still tops this, and then
Spider-Man
Into the
2,
Spider-Verse, and then
baby.
this. And Spider-Man, I'm watching #1, and I think that I'm rewatching them because I want to get to Venom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Venom.
We're gonna do Venom?
I'm gonna
Yes,
I'm gonna
I
do
can't
it.
wait. Venom
Someone
series,
commented on my
yes.
every Venom and Carnage, and they're like, "Oh, Venom 2." I'm like, "All right."
That has to be its own Ashncast.
We'll talk about it for sure. When I watch it, I do want to talk about it. But anyway, so I'm rewatching it. And it's so bad. The Raimi trilogy.
What? Oh my gosh! Take it
listen.
back.
I'm watching the first one, and I think that it's just the worst I've ever seen. Some of the acting. It's so funny.
What?
Oh, I have so many. It's a whole other day to talk about this. He turns to the camera. It's the funniest thing. I don't think he can cry, so they just put the little droplets on his face to have him dropping down, and they just switch from frame to frame to him like. So all of a sudden he's looking at Uncle Ben dead, and then it cuts to Uncle Ben, then it cuts back to him, and he's just got this tear running down his face that is just so clearly just. And they did another shot in the room. I'm only halfway through, but
They
it's
have that
just-
one
it's
part
so
where like
bad.
it transitions with the car. Like he's thinking of the car, and there's like
Yeah,
a car I
it's
love
so
that. It's
bad.
cheesy. But to me, that all that feels
Oh.
like a comic book. That's why I like. It's
No.
cheesy as heck, but it feels like a comic book. Like I like that.
No.
I really like it. To me, that's like a comic book come to life. That and Spider-Verse is also like that. Spider-Verse is a different
And this
type. Yeah.
and Far From Home.
I don't feel
but-
that far from. I really
No,
like Far From Home.
one. Okay. Anyway, spoilers. Do you have anything else before spoilers?
Well, Spider-Man 2 is a great movie. Okay, defend that one. That's my favorite Spider-Man movie, I think. But yeah,
You're insane.
it's great. All right, but yeah, where were we going?
This movie has 2 of my favorite MCU scenes to date.
Okay.
The best scene was the Mysterio like mind tricks and all
Okay,
that.
good. That was the best part of the movie.
incredible. Oh my goodness.
And I've heard people complain it was CGI, but I was like, that was something that made sense to be CGI. and I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
that was freaking awesome.
That was incredible. That was like Into the
So-
Spider-Verse in real life. Like it was like just like the shot. Oh, like the transitions.
They did it twice, right? Didn't they do it twice? Or
Well,
was it
they
just-
did it a second time, but it was one because when he was fighting him in the hallway or whatever
Yeah.
at the end. But that scene with like the snow globe, just
Yeah,
oh,
also
incredible.
Tony Stark's like
I
Iron
love
Man
that.
coming from the grave.
My mom was upset that they showed that, and I'm like, no, that's
amazing.
shaking him at his core. That
was so good.
oh.
That part was
Thank you.
the highlight of the movie. That part was the best part.
That-
I love that.
And a part that really hit me hard was the scene with him and Happy in on the plane, and then when he's when he's making the suit, and he's doing all the fist stuff, and Happy just looks over at him and he just smiles. I'm like, oh, and then he's like, he plays the music. And it's the music from the beginning of Iron Man. I'm like, oh, yes.
I'm like, guys,
I love
no.
that so much.
I was like,
that's one of my favorite scenes.
Pandering to, like, that means nothing to Peter. Like, but like, that part.
That's the point, though. That was for Happy, and him giving over like everything. Oh, that was to see. I don't know. That like gave Happy hope there. Just that little expression that he gave when he saw like Peter working. It was just the.
I did miss the expression, so maybe that part was good. But like beyond that, I was like, that's just like nostalgia pandering for Iron Man stuff. Like I loved the MCU.
Yeah, but how many people actually caught that?
That was like on the nose obvious. That wasn't Pizza Planet tattoo level.
Not to the regular. I was
like, that's Iron Man crap. But in the beginning, I loved. First off, I love the tie-ins to the MCU. With like
Barf.
entering Wakanda or whatever. As like
on the plane.
Yeah, that was great. And yes, the tie-in with here's the thing: the tie-in with Mysterio's role, I felt retreaded some of Vulture's territory, which I didn't like.
Yeah. So even after he's dead, he's still making villains, is what everyone's saying.
Yeah, that kind of bothered me, but I did like how they tied it in with like you said, Barf. Like that was a really
cool.
clever way of like, okay, that makes sense. That was something that happened earlier. And like having that guy that like that
Tony Stark made this in a cave. Yeah,
it is the same
Tony
actor.
Stark.
It's the same
actor. You know who that is, by the way?
Who is that?
It's the kid from A Christmas Story.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And Tony references that kid in Toy Story 3. Remember he's just I remember
Toy Story 3?
I don't know what is not Toy Story 3. Sorry, Iron Man 3. When he's like he calls him by the name. I don't know. I've never seen A Christmas Story.
That's a good one.
Don't shoot your eye out, kid, or whatever.
Yeah. He referenced.
He said he called Harley that, I think.
Really?
No. It's someone else. Oh, it's the kid in the bar, and he's like, "I loved you in A Christmas Story."
Oh,
that's what it was.
Okay. That's a continuity. A different universe.
Hey,
era,
Nick Fury said, "You probably wouldn't understand that because it's not a Star Wars reference."
Yeah, that one is a problem they made in Civil War. So,
but that's just them referencing a Star Wars thing.
Yeah,
having
I
Nick
get it.
Fury
it's not
reference,
a problem whatsoever.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
but,
it's not a problem whatsoever. But that's a deep reference. I like that.
The comedy in this was some of the best. Like, I really love it. There were some
good funny parts.
I love the teachers. The two teachers were like the highlights for me.
Really?
They were so funny.
I don't know. There were some I liked some of the things they said, but some other ones that fell flat. I was like, eh. So they were hit or miss. They were hit or miss for me.
I think they were more hit for me. And the bit on the plane, it was just such good writing when they're in the cafeteria or whatever, and he's like, all right, I got this plan. Or they were in class. He's like, I got this plan. I got the dual adapter. I'm going to sit next to MJ on the plane and whatever. And then when they go onto the plane, it's like, it shows that kid. I don't know his name. Brad. And he's like, hey, MJ, I've got... After they've already switched seats and everything. It was just the way everything was written there was just such comedic genius. With like then the teacher like, oh, you have a dual adapter. We can watch together. It was just
yeah. There was that part.
Loved
that part was good. And you know the guy, one of the teachers, not the one from the last one, but the other one. Yeah. JB Smooth, I think is the actor's name. He was the driver instructor from that one short.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that's canonical, but
I know that because that makes sense because a lot of teachers like at least where I used to go for driver's ed, a lot of teachers were teachers of the school. So I was like, oh, that's
most of the driver's ed teachers here that I've had are police officers.
Really? Wow. Yeah, it's different in the US. It's mostly teachers from the school. It's just like, okay, you want to make a quick buck, come early Sunday or Saturday.
But yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that. My problems with this movie was that, in my eyes, why this isn't better than Homecoming, and I guess Spider-Man 2 for you, I'm saying, is
you'll get to it.
Spider-Man and New York have this duality, right? Like it's like Batman and Gotham, right? It's just Spider-Man in New York is just such like it's iconic. So to have most like the entire movie really set in Europe, um, I don't know. It didn't. It felt like a Spider-Man movie, but it was just like I don't know. It just didn't feel the same as other ones. Even when I'm watching Spider-Man 1, it's not the same, I would say, because of
Yeah.
that.
All right. Well, to
um,
me, I have counters
yeah.
to that, and you know what I'm going to say. Accuracy, throw it out the window. Let's just make a good movie.
No, I'm not talking about accuracy to obviously he went to space in Avengers.
Yeah.
I just mean like to make a good Spider-Man movie for me, I personally feel like it has to be in New York.
Why?
Like not
Imagine if every Spider-Man movie was in New York. Wouldn't that get boring after a while?
No,
I thought
it
this
wouldn't.
was it was so cool to see a different setting, like
Yeah, but
what
we
is
just
Spider-Man
got
like
that.
here?
Maybe it's because we just got that. Well, we got in Civil War. We never saw him swinging in New York. We never saw him in. I guess we did in Infinity War, but then in Endgame,
Homecoming,
whatever,
I thought the
and then
New York
Homecoming.
stuff.
But I just feel like we've had the Spider-Man since 2016, and we haven't really had. I don't know, like bridge battles and stuff. Like
I don't mind that because again, I've seen a lot of that stuff. Like even in Homecoming when he had the two things split, like the boat or whatever, it felt very similar to I forgot which one. Probably it was either
the train from 2.
the train scene from 2 or the one from 1.
Spoilers.
I know, dang it. But yeah, so and even this one, it felt like a actual point that bothered me was how similar Mysterio felt to Vulture.
Vulture, yeah.
In terms of motivations and stuff, and I like each of these doing something new and unique.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's a problem for me personally with the New York thing. I think the next movie will probably be set in there, but
yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see. What was another thing? I had another problem myself. I don't know. I should have wrote these down. I'm sorry.
That's all good. I played through the Spider-Man PS4 story, leading up to this on stream, and I found myself sometimes. It was weird. Some of the shots, because there's actually quite a bit of references to the game in this, but there was a one shot where he grabs the drones and swings them. It's like the same motion that he does like in the game. And I found myself like wanting to push the buttons. Like I was just so into it that
That's
like
awesome.
it was just I felt like I needed to be doing stuff. Like it felt like a cinematic. Like I was waiting. Like I gotta get. It was really interesting.
Almost like a video game.
It was really good, and I think that's a testament to the game as well for having like making you feel like yeah. I'd love to see this in D-Box. I think that would be a lot of fun.
That'd be interesting.
Oh, imagine all the Mysterio stuff, but
Oh yeah.
what else?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we gotta talk about the post credits.
Mhm.
Both of them. So like, yeah, Jay Jonah being in here.
So multiverse confirmed then,
Yeah.
because
Basically.
he's the same person. Which I knew that was happening because he was at the premiere. So
Oh really? I didn't know that. Oh
yeah.
man.
But that's fine. I love him, and he's the best part of the Raimi trilogy.
Wait. So when you saw the Jay Jonah or you saw
J.K. Simmons
at the premiere, were you like, oh, he's gonna be in there?
Immediately, I
Really?
I saw it and I was like, all right, cool. And I think it was because I didn't see the premiere. I saw articles like J.K. Simmons was at the premiere, and they didn't say like what does that mean or whatever. I just put that. I was like, I knew that was what was gonna happen because everyone was like that post credit scene like blew
I'll tell
me
you what,
away and all that. I kind of
I thought literally the post credit scene was gonna be some Spider-Verse thing.
yeah
I was
I
like,
did
this is
too
the
because you
only
saw that.
possible
Did you see
thing.
that interview?
Yeah. Which interview?
With Tom Holland,
What was
and
it?
they were like, "Hey, how would you feel about like a crossover with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield?" And it's with Ned, Zendaya, and Tom, and they're sitting there. I'm sorry, Ned, I don't know your name. And they're sitting there.
Jacob Batalon.
There you go, Jacob, Ned, and Jacob, Tom, and Zendaya. So they were. Whatever, I have already forgotten his name. The two of them were like, "Oh, that'd be so cool," and Tom's just sitting there in the middle, just quietly. And they're like, they're like, Tom, and then he just has the biggest smile on his face, like the most like guilty smile. So for sure, that's like being talked about, whether it's for Into the Spider-Verse 2 or something is happening there with
I could see
the
them
three
doing
of them.
Into the Spider-Verse too.
But yeah, I think that was interesting. I thought that's where it was going, and I thought that's why everyone was freaking out, was that they were actually in the movie.
They just went to Tobey Maguire's movie.
I thought, or something, I don't know.
But yeah,
we're seeing him fight Mysterio. Yeah, but
that was he seems to be like the Alex Jones or something, which I heard the video game did. But yeah, it also has an interesting setup for the next movie. You know,
he's gonna be homeless.
Yeah. Oh, do you think that's what
Spider-Man
it's gonna be?
homeless?
Homeless? Do you think that's
I don't
gonna be
know.
it? That could be it. I was thinking of home titles. I'm like, what could it be?
Yeah.
But also the post credits scene.
Yeah, that's the one that everyone's freaking out about, and I'm like,
really?
Okay.
That? Are
Yeah.
you sure? All I hear is J.K. Simmons. Even that.
All I'm seeing is, oh my gosh, because it's all the Captain Marvel lovers, the people that are just that just ate up that movie, right? They're all freaking out.
Movie. Don't deny it.
I hate that movie.
What? You liked
We've
it.
talked about this.
You liked it.
Yeah, and then we talked about how much I hate that it's. No, I said it that night. Is that it ruins so much stuff. But anyways, for this, I'm like, okay, that happened. It is confusing, and it makes me think. Every time I go, well, was it him in Winter Soldier? And I'm like, what if it wasn't him in the one before? So it's just like, I feel like they just need to like say it, and then I'll be like, okay, cool.
Like, I was thinking at first,
care.
I was like, when I first saw it in the movies, I was like, oh, this is so, and I'm like, wait a minute, he didn't really do anything that was like he didn't do any, like, it wasn't like an eye situation in this one that bothered continuity or things he said in the past.
No, I didn't have any problems with it happening.
Like,
it's just,
I was just like, okay, yeah, exactly. It was like, what? Oh, all right, you got what?
Talos.
Is it Mads Mikkelsen? Is that
Ben
Mendelsohn? I always get them mixed up. Yeah, you got Ben Mendelsohn, and you just kind of had it for post-credits scene.
Yeah, which I'm happy about. Like, I love Talos. He was the best part of that movie. But like, it just so I went, all right. So I didn't say anything to you at the funeral, and like, wait, if that was Talos, then I got to go back a movie, and then I'm like, wait, was it him and Maria Hill then when they faded away? So was Nick Fury never faded away? If Talos, see, it's this loop that just the further that you dig back, it's like I just need an answer.
It was just Talos in this one instance. Okay, that's it. It was just Talos in this one instance, nothing more.
You don't think he's been in space for longer than that?
Well, I mean, I think he was at the funeral. Is my point.
You think Nick Fury was at the funeral if he's on the other side of space?
That's Tony Stark.
I don't know.
Why wouldn't he be? That's a big thing.
What if he's never even been? What if he's never even been there, and we've been dealing with Talos the entire time?
Well, I keep forgetting. Captain Marvel took place in the 90s, so
yeah,
that's a good point.
Like, it could have been him the entire time, and Nick Fury's always just been setting up stuff in space.
I guess.
And the Nick Fury that we know and love is Talos.
Oh, no.
See?
Oh, no.
It's
I guess you're
the
right.
whole Skrull thing.
It's not a big. It's whatever.
And guess what? This has opened the door to, well, what if Iron Man was a Skrull and he was secretly saved before the thing? And shut up, everyone. Let him die.
Yes, that's it. Leave him dead, please. Well, actually, Ashton, Tony Stark is going to become an AI.
Yeah, I actually thought they were going to do that. With the glasses. I thought he was going to have I'm sad he didn't have a message or anything. I'm going to be honest. I'm sad if he left all this stuff for Peter, I feel like he should have,
I think it's fine. I was like, don't do it. Just, you got it,
It was scary how close Jake Gyllenhaal looked. When he put on the glasses, I was
glasses,
literally taken back. I was
like,
whoa, that's like impressive. But
yeah.
Oh, one more thing before, I don't really have anything else to say. I'm rambling. But there was a toy released of a Spider-Man UK like outfit.
Really?
And
branded Far From Home?
Yeah, and that suit. So the Spider-Man UK is from the Earth that Quentin Beck says that he's from, which is why I went into this movie legitimately thinking that he was just lying from that Earth or whatever, like he was manipulating. Like, I actually thought the multiverse was real because of that. But again, toys have failed me. Very disappointed.
Spider-Man UK suit, I guess there's just one.
You know what the name is called, by the way, for the black and
what?
red and white? It's called the upgraded suit.
Upgraded suit?
It's so lame.
Really?
I don't know.
That's it? Oh, we need a Lego set of
It's just upgraded. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's it.
But PS4, did you see that they added the two suits 10 months after the game came out?
Yeah, that's a good update.
That's awesome.
That's
good on them.
It shows that they're dedicated.
Yeah.
Which is good. that looked like a great game. I wish I could have had a console to play it.
Oh man, the story is just. Oh, it's really good.
I've been wanting to play it. I really have. I just don't have a PS4, to be honest.
Did you see the toy?
Yeah, I just saw it.
I thought that was. It's like on a ship or something. I don't know, but.
That is weird.
Anyways, I thought that was interesting. I'd love to get a figure of that.
Oh, another thing was they said Vulture was supposed to come back.
Yeah, I remember they said so many things about this movie.
Yeah.
Harry Osborn's in the post-credit scene, and
Oh my
Michael
gosh,
Keaton is gonna set up the Sinister Six and all that. And everyone's scrambling to same thing with Tony Stark. They're scrambling to find a way that Mysterio's alive or whatever. I mean, I don't think he's dead. Maybe, I don't know. I hope he's not, because I really liked him, and I'd love to see him team up with Vulture and everything in a Sinister Six movie, but I don't know.
I heard Ned's going to become Hobgoblin.
Listen, there ain't no way that Ned is ever... no, it's not happening. Please, it won't happen. Oh my goodness. Homeless. Spider-Man Homeless. 2022.
Oh gosh.
Well, I'm excited though for the next
2021. Yeah, every 2
I'm hyped, and I've just seen J.K. Simmons was just like, just icing on the top. Oh, we didn't even talk like MJ and Peter. Did you like their love story?
I loved it.
I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was really great.
I wish there was more scenes with them together.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I love how awkward it was.
Yeah.
Like that was like a high school relationship right there, and even like. Ned's with Betty, like that was another high school. Like these are just different high school. The awkward one, the ones that happen and end, like all that felt so real to me, and I like that.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, that was really good. Their relationship, I think. Yeah, it was incredible. Just I thought that it was really good the way that they told it and everything, and yeah, I loved it a lot. I'm really happy with it. And I'm on board for her being MJ as well, because you didn't really know that the first time going through, right? So,
I just like the trailers literally showed that she found out it was like Spider-Man.
I know.
Like,
I think
trailers showing too much.
I think I've decided with whatever Sony puts out next. I'm just unless it's like if I'm unsure if I'm gonna watch it like MIB, I'll just be like, I'm just gonna watch the first trailer. I can't watch a second one because they at least with Homecoming they hid some stuff. With this, it was like they kind of did everything except for I guess Mysterio, but I already knew that obviously that Mysterio wasn't a good guy.
I was, I thought it was gonna be like I didn't think he was gonna play tricks, which obviously I know he does that. I just I'm not too familiar with the character. I knew that he does that, but like I thought it was gonna be something like he gets wronged in the middle of the movie and then he becomes evil because of it.
Right.
There you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say. Lastly, do you want to talk about accuracy of Toy Story 4 sets and Spider-Man sets?
Sure.
My inaccuracies for the Toy Story 4 one, at least that sticks out the most, would be that Buzz was in the playground with.
Yeah, that was the only one really.
With Bo, but other than that, I thought it was fine. For the Spider-Man ones.
It would have been great to get like a classic Bo Peep with like the RC set.
Oh yeah. I would have yeah, that would have been so cool. On the Barrel of Monkeys as well, they used the Barrel of Monkeys, and they reached Justin, because they didn't reach Buzz the first time, but today, or in Toy Story 4, they actually reached.
That was actually good. That's a reference I didn't even think. See? So much depth. But like, by the way, they said Barbie was voiced in that, but like I know there was Barbie.
She didn't say anything.
Did she say anything?
No,
yeah, so
no.
I was like, okay.
They're like, Barbies do this, and then flip.
Yeah. I remember when I saw the movie, like people in front of me were like, wasn't like Barbie with them or something like that? And I was like,
no.
Well, actually, at the end, yeah.
She's in Sunnyside.
Yeah, and then the other people, but they were also confused because they were like, who? I thought the girl's name was Molly. And I'm like, okay, I can't do this.
Those are the people that when you're waiting for the end credit scenes for Marvel movies, it's all like they're like, well, in the next movie maybe the Fantastic Four can show up, and like oh my goodness, it's just I hate the
I don't think they would
waiting
be like
time.
That's like a different type. Those are the people who would be like in the movie they'll be like, oh yeah, totally. Like that's annoying to me. But I think these are just the clueless type that would probably leave after like the credits start, you know. So yeah.
But Spider-Man
Did you stay till
sets.
the end, by the way, of Toy Story 4? The end.
Yes. Oh, he got his high five, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cute.
Yeah. All right.
Combat Carl found a way.
That has to be a figure.
never gave up.
Series. That's all I gotta say.
What?
The
Arctic Carl, Combat Carl. Yeah. But for Spider-Man, I think they were really accurate. I wish that we got the upgraded suits, for sure. I think that's especially in the Stark jet. I can't believe they didn't put
I was
the
gonna say
upgraded suit
actually
in that.
with Molten Man.
Yeah.
What were they doing? They could have put Ned in there and just not put the fireman. There was no fireman in that scene.
Listen, they could have. Mind you, your OSRS would not be non-existent
it would be
without
non-existent
the
without
fireman.
Even though the show started without the fireman. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, but it's true that like with that scene,
There wasn't even firemen there, which I thought was the funniest thing. They never
I
even
was
showed
like,
up, right? I don't think they did.
Nope. I was
Maybe
so ticked
after.
off. They had a Ned figure too. Like you could have, or at least
Yeah.
put Betty or something. I don't know. Like
Anything.
really, but
And I'm sad that we didn't get Mysterio with the mask off.
yeah, it's
That's
like,
shocking.
I'm
like,
telling you, like these, I think they have to pay rights to actors now or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause none of these
Well,
characters
but that's
look
what I
like the
don't get.
characters.
Jon Favreau, you think that he's really holding out, like, or you just think that like they didn't want to pay any extras?
I figure it's like a different licensing deal. Like, I don't know. I always, well, obviously, like Star Wars, Lego, and like Lego Marvel are different licensing deals because Star Wars is a big, huge, super like big theme, and then Marvel is like the small theme.
Mm-hmm.
So like, they just need to get on that. I don't know what they're doing.
That was it's really
Ticks me off.
disappointing. And I
But,
mean,
like-
they didn't even do it for Maria Hill either. She's never had an exclusive face. She had Wonder Woman, and then she had
The
Rose's
Wonder Woman
face
was
now.
fine. Now this one.
But that's my point. They've never had a Colby Smulders
Yeah.
like face print.
And I wouldn't mind. She's such a minor character, in my opinion. That like.
Oh, I mean, so is really no Happy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Than
Like,
that, but yeah,
with that, but like that set, like they put like an
That
Asian
set's-
face and she's white. I don't get it, but
yeah,
that bothered me. But anyway, the was it me or did Hydra Man even have a face?
no,
Yeah, right.
They referenced the original Hydro Man. You know when Flash and them were doing research in the cafe or whatever,
Yeah.
they name dropped the real Hydro Man, which I thought was
really?
interesting.
Well, that's
I see people are doing breakdowns of videos and they aren't calling them Molten Man and Hydro Man. I'm like, excuse me, marketing and promotional stuff. Lego called them that. That's their names, and no one's using it. So I'm like, disappointed. But anyways,
Drone Attack. I guess they gave us a lot more minifigures than they should have. The Stark Jet, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's-
But then Nick Fury's great, even though he's not really there. But
Yeah. I don't
I don't know. The I wish the drones were white. That's kind of a bit of an oversight.
That's a good.
But what was the other ones? Molten
The
Man,
museum, I was amazed. I was
Venice.
like, that was actually a thing, you know. The museum.
Yeah, I knew it was a thing because there was a Funko Pop with her holding a mace.
Yeah.
One of the
really?
first ever ones that they released. So I
That
knew
would've
that
been-
at some point they were going to the museum, both
It
from the
would have
Lego
been
set
cool
and
to
that.
put
So
instead of Maria Hill there, like
put
I don't know,
her in.
Flash or something. I don't know, or her.
Yeah, yeah. Why was she there?
Like that Maria Hill figure is a waste, and it's just like
It's so boring. It's
yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't even her anyway. So we got our first Talos wife figure, or has she been Talos's wife the entire time? We'll never know. See, it's just oh my goodness. Anyways, anything else?
I think we're good.
I don't know if I'll put it at the end. Maybe I'll link. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyways, everyone, I hope that you enjoyed the return of the Ashncast. And yeah,
Next movie is
Lion King.
Shaw. Oh.
No, I'm not watching Hobbs and Shaw. I refuse.
gonna be
You
great,
can talk
dude. I
about
can't
it,
wait.
but yeah,
He's Superman, you know.
he's Superman.
Yeah.
Yay! I can't wait for that movie. Oh, we didn't talk about Jumanji, but next time.
Jumanji 3. Well, I don't have much to say. What do you got?
It looks dumb.
Really? Did you like the second one?
I did kind of like the second one. Yeah,
Well,
I thought it
looks
was
like
fun.
It's like a. It's like.
I mean, the
this
trailers
shouldn't
didn't
have
sell
a sequel
me.
because didn't like the second one end with like a time gap?
I think it was just a
or-
couple months later. No,
Oh really?
they were
Okay.
still in. They were still in school, but
Oh. Okay.
Nick Jonas was an adult, and they met. And then
No,
Nick
yeah,
Jonas.
that was.
Nick Jonas
Oh.
named his kid after after the girl.
Oh
Whatever
really?
her name was Jack Black's character.
Okay, then okay, whatever. But yeah, this one, I didn't think it looked like the second one. So
Yeah.
but like,
and again, I
it's-
wasn't excited about seeing the second one, and then I really liked it. So we'll see.
I was like, this is just a logical like it was a good idea. It has a good premise. You know, like, oh, what if the old people were like two characters, and like
Yeah.
just there's more to explore with that concept. So I was
Yeah,
like, it's
and I'm
fine.
excited. I love The Rock and Kevin Hart
Okay,
together.
then watch
So
Hobbs and Shaw. Jeez. Oh well. Alright.
together.
Did you watch that one movie?
Which one?
The one with them.
Not Get Smart. That's the one with Steve Carell. The other one, yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah. Was it good?
Yeah, it was fine. I think
There you
it
go.
was funny. It had moments. There was laughs. Anyways, let's wrap things up with
Any questions?
with some awesome questions. I'm gonna do the theme.
What's the theme?
I don't know. You just
Mail time.
Yeah,
Mail
yeah.
time.
You gotta make one up each week.
It's mail time. Yeah. Was that?
There you
Blue's Clues?
go.
I don't even know.
perfect.
Yeah. Or wait, mail time. I don't even know what the heck that was. Whatever. Did you watch Blue's Clues growing up?
I did, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's
I
one
was
gotta
sad when he
rewatch.
left to.
Yes,
to
everybody was.
college, yeah. And it's coming back.
Yes,
I'm
it
so
is.
excited.
And dude, it's gonna be like The Force Awakens because apparently Steve's coming. He's gonna be in it.
He's gonna
be
pass
in
a
it.
lightsaber to, or he's gonna pass the new kid's gonna give him a
Yeah.
crayon and he's
Oh
just gonna
my
throw it over his
gosh,
shoulder.
Yes, dude. Oh my god. Dude, by the way, did you ever see Steve's like presentation about this? Like he was like talking about his life and everything.
No, I've always seen it.
So
I suggest I never watched it.
Interesting, so interesting. Just because it's, I don't want to. Should I spoil it? Because it's like.
No one knows what we're talking about.
Okay, well, basically, like Steve is like, he talks about how kids couldn't separate him from the character, and it gave him like this existential crisis of like, it's so good.
What if
It's such a
he
good
is
speech.
Steve?
What was that?
He's always Steve. He's always
Steve.
stuck. Like he's no longer like.
Well,
the
his name is
actor.
Steve. His
His
name
name
is
is Steve. Oh, then
His
he
name
has
is
no
Steve.
existential crisis. He's fine.
So it's deep. It's really deep.
Get
Check it
over
out. Check it
yourself.
out. It's really good because he's like, oh my gosh, it's so good. All right, check it out. All right, whatever. Questions. It's going on long. Questions.
Lego Pete 3 asks, do you prefer to draw your own minifigure designs or would you rather paint them like MGF Customs? No, because I'm personally not a fan of his I think that it doesn't look like
You
Lego. It's really
traitor.
chunky at times and I don't like his Iron Man designs. But I remember when I was growing up, I was like, oh, this is so cool. I love customs and stuff, and he inspired me, I think, to paint a couple of them. But I personally don't think that it's worth the time compared to. I already take a lot of time, and kudos to him. He does so much work. But you would not see he posts. How often does he post, Justin?
Yeah, I know. I have a few things to say about that. First off, I think you, me, and CM4SI, we're in the camp of we like seeing what Lego would realistically make.
Yeah.
If anybody else was making CMF drafts, they would just do what they want. We do it, what would they realistically make? CM4SI makes sets that are real. They're not supposed to look like mocks. They're supposed to look like real sets. We're trying to pass these off as real toys.
Yeah.
What Ross is doing is he's doing his artwork, his creations, his interpretations of these as minifigures, and that's awesome. So for all of this, I think he doesn't really do it. We do it more timely. We do it not only because of ad revenue and everything,
Well,
but because
he
it's
does
to
that
tie
too.
in.
It's just he
I
only
think he
does it for two
more of a
things a
passion
year.
project.
You know what I mean?
I think because I think it's more of a passion project for him. He recently stopped doing it timely because he was like, this I can't. There's no way. I
Didn't
can
he
do
just
this in
do one
time
for
'cause
Avengers?
I think he did a showcase of existing ones and maybe one or two new ones, but a lot of them have been later after the movies and everything because he's just
Oh yeah,
they're
the
more of a
amount of work that he
passion
does and he's
project, I think,
importing
than,
specific fabrics and stuff like that. He's
Yeah.
it's a process, and
it's different from what we do.
I think of Moose Figs over on Flickr as well as a really great custom figure. Personally, it's just I prefer seeing it. I don't like seeing molded arms and different things like that. It doesn't look. It doesn't look like Lego to me.
That's the thing. I don't think they're supposed to look. They're supposed to look like his
it's-
interpretation of minifigures.
Yeah, exactly. It's his.
That's how I
It's
see
him. It's him making his own like helmets and stuff like that, and it looks really cool. Like the amount of time that he puts in it's amazing.
Yeah.
And some of like I remember the X-Men ones, they look realistic like for Apocalypse, and that's why I also didn't want to do a series for it because some of his are excellent, like his Quicksilver, and I remember his Magneto as well.
Yeah, those were some of my favorites from him.
And everyone
When he would
always
do
asks
X-Men
me,
stuff.
when are you gonna cross over? I'm like, we have very different things.
That's the thing.
It's literally impossible as well. Like mine's digital, his is physical, and he also has no time because he's always working on. Like me, I'm always working on the next thing. It's just it's more constant than. Because it's less time consuming, but it's still very time consuming. So I can only imagine for him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
What else? Question: do you think that the Goofy figure is fake or real? If your answers are different, please debate. LOL. Mahan said that, the most active person in the entire Lego community. Yeah. It is real. I think that it is. Because
I think it is too.
I did a lot of like looking up the Duplo figures, and I realized there's actually a market there, by the way, for reviewing that, because the only people who are reviewing Duplo sets are like toy reviewers, not Lego. Like I just think it's interesting. There's not, and especially with the licensed ones. Anyways, I'm ranting. I was looking at the Goofy figure specifically because everyone's like, it's just photoshopped, and I'm like, no, there's some stuff there. I don't think that is photoshopped. It looks legit. Also, Dan, whatever his name is, did a Goofy drawing, and it looks identical to this. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I would say it's legit, and
it also has a different mouth mold. Like people are saying that it was photoshopped. I'm like, it's not. It's very different than the Duplo one. But
yeah, I think that it's probably gonna be with
The train.
train that's rumored. Yeah, the train.
Disney train.
Yeah, so
There you go.
that's
what is your favorite? What is your favorite R-rated or PG-13 film? And what would you like Lego? I thought that this was tied together with what would you like them to make from it. Okay. What would you like to have?
R-rated.
Yeah. So first, R-rated or PG-13 film.
PG-13 films get.
I don't know. What even is PG-13?
I don't know,
Some MCU
Avengers
movie.
Infinity War. Or,
Endgame. There you go.
You could put like there's always that fifth spot, like I say is like Social Network is one of my favorite movies, like La La Land, Gone Girl, stuff like that. For PG-13. I don't know.
Fargo.
I haven't seen much R movies, to be fair.
Yeah, I
there's
haven't
classics, Terminator.
Oh, right.
The Shining.
Never
stuff
seen
like that.
it. We didn't even talk. There's a Shining sequel, and it's Ewan McGregor,
I
and
don't
it's
think-
connected.
yeah.
Whatever.
None of us
whatever.
have seen it, so we'll see the first one before that one comes out.
Yeah, no. And then what Lego sets would you like to be made that hasn't been made? I don't. I used to say Fortnite, but I don't think I can anymore.
Uh-oh.
I would like
hate
to see some
Fortnite now.
more Toy Story sets. That would be nice.
I would like to see Nintendo. Come on.
Oh, sorry, Nintendo. Yeah, because you
Okay,
sold
good,
me.
good.
We were talking about that, I think, off air, and I'm so on board for Nintendo.
Thank you.
I'm
It took
just
you
so
long
excited.
enough.
I hope that it happens.
Dude, same here. Oh my gosh, and you know it. Like freaking next year, if my predictions are wrong, what are they going to do a minifigure series on? Minions, Trolls, like
Trolls, a Minion
don't
series.
Do it.
It's gonna be
don't do this.
Not
Lego.
DreamWorks series.
Come on.
It's either DreamWorks. I hope it's DreamWorks.
People are saying there's DreamWorks as a brand is nothing now.
I know.
So like yeah, but if they do, they could do a Minions one.
I have
Like
a bad
possibly,
feeling.
I don't want them to, but like that's a possibility, which is sad. They could do it.
Harry Potter too.
People are saying Harry Potter too. My argument
I'd be
was
on
that
board.
Fantastic Beasts. There's no movie coming out. It comes out the
Right.
year after. But a lot of people I've talked to said, yeah, Lego and Warner don't care about Fantastic Beasts. And I'm like,
No,
you got a
no.
point.
It was. Yeah, I don't know. What's it like for you down there? Is it you see a lot of Harry Potter CMFs?
I saw some today, but not really. I think
My
they sold
Toys
out.
R Us has a lot of boxes, and then that was the same thing that happened with the Batman movie ones, and then I was able to get them for
Oh, that's not
67
good.
cents. So I'm really hoping that that they don't sell, because they had way too many. Like like the Disney Series 2 maybe has a couple boxes. Lego Movie didn't have a lot. I think they learned from the Harry Potter one, and the Batman one. So, but yeah, do you think that the Onward set? Oh, that was from Gabrielle Harris, the first one, and this is from Jonathan Jones. Do you think that the Onward movie will get sets? Because when you think about it, the Lego Pixar sets out are from sequels, not original movies. For example, Coco didn't have sets. Yeah, I don't think that it will personally. I also think that it might resemble Trolls a bit too much.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately,
it
I
might
don't
be
think there's gonna be
conflicting.
sets, but like, I'll say 3 if there is. You know, I would think they would go 3 or
it's
2.
yeah, maybe, but also think that it's conflicting with all of the other properties that they're getting. Like Minions is coming out then, and like
Yeah, I don't think
Trolls
that.
is
I think the only
there.
one is Trolls. Which, let's be honest, what's gonna make more money, Onward or Trolls?
Yeah,
I think Onward is.
Yeah,
Trolls didn't make that much. I don't know what Lego is doing here. What they got might be that Danish love, but like I don't know, man. Like Trolls, the first Trolls movie made like, I think it cost 100 and it made like 350 to 400, which is good, but it's not like
that's good,
amazing.
yeah.
Like Coco made 700 or something on like 100.
Yeah, I'm
So-
sad that we didn't get sets on them, but I guess I also see why we didn't get sets on that though. Maybe that's why. Like it is pretty like it deals with like some religious things, I guess, technically speaking.
I don't think I don't think that's the problem. I think there was just nothing to really do. Maybe.
I think that there's a lot. There could have been a lot. At least one, maybe 2 sets. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I personally don't think so. But I mean, they didn't do some for what was it before? The Good Dinosaur, and that was after Toy Story, and that was after Cars 2. So
I think they were prepping for that one to be a flop. That is the least
Maybe.
grossing
Pixar movie.
Pixar movie. Yeah.
Well, there you go. I don't have anything else to say. No more questions. So if you want to leave your questions, don't make them CMF drafts related. I skipped them. I'm sorry, but make them interesting and ask us specific questions. If maybe you're wondering some things about Toy Story that we've said this week, maybe we didn't notice something or whatever. Let us know and we'll read them. Yeah, that's it for this. I hope that you guys did enjoy this week's Ashncast.